All right, so we have been doing we have been doing pronouns. We know the definition of pronouns, that these are the words which are used in place of noun. Okay, and I've told you that there are 10 kinds of pronouns, of which we have done 4. Okay, so now today we'll start with relative pronouns. Now, what are relative pronouns? A relative pronoun is one which is used to refer to nouns mentioned previously. Okay, the noun which has been mentioned previously, and when we want to refer to the same noun again, then we use a relative pronoun in order to make a complete sense. Okay, so if we want to bring out a relation between two persons, or if we want to bring out relation between people, places, things, animals, or ideas, whatsoever they may be, any noun. So we use a relative pronoun for that. Now, the relative pronouns, these are the words which are used as relative pronouns, like which, that, whose, who, and whom. Okay, so these are the words which are used as relative pronouns, and they can be used to join two sentences. We'll look at the examples, and you'll get a clearer picture of this. Now, look at example 1. The watch which I bought was defective. That means we are talking about what? We are talking about the watch only. We are talking about the watch which I bought was defective. So, what is defective? The watch was defective. So, this word defective is referring to this word watch only. Okay, so there are two things which are related to the noun watch. That is, I bought the watch and it was defective. So, if we want to combine those two information in one sentence, we use a relative pronoun. So, the watch which I bought was defective. Now, another example is who. Okay, the man who came yesterday was a fraud. Now, the man came yesterday, and another information is that the man was a fraud. So, we are combining these two information using a relative pronoun who. All right. Other pronouns, other relative pronouns which we had a look in the previous slide, like which, that, whose, who, and whom. Okay. Now, the thing to make a note of here is so, and for living things as in human being, people. Okay, which is never used for people. That is used for people. And that can be used for non-living things. That can be used for animals also. So that is a safer option, but for which is never used for animals. I'm so sorry, which is never used for people. Okay, so this you people should keep in mind. Now, whose, when do we use whose? When we have to show possession. Okay, a possession is whenever in a sentence we have to refer to possession, then we use whose, right? Who is used when we are using when we are replacing a noun which is in subjective case. All right, for example, the boy who gave me chocolate. So the boy is the subject over here, and we are referring to the boy which is in subjective case. So therefore we are using who, and whom is used when the noun is there in the object form, objective case, right? I'll give you the difference. I'll show you the difference. Wait. Now see, I'll write two sentences. The boy who gave me chocolates is very kind, right? The boy to whom I gave chocolate is my friend. Now you can see the difference. Okay, here the meaning of the sentence is Here the meaning of the sentence says that we are referring to the boy. The boy has given me the chocolate. Okay. But in the second sentence, the boy to whom I gave chocolate, that means I am giving the chocolate and he is the object of my action, that I gave chocolate to this boy. So this is the difference between who and whom. Here, when we use who, that means the noun is the performer of the action. Okay, and when we use whom, that means the noun is the receiver of the action. All right. Yes. So this is what is the difference between who and whom. Now moving on to the demonstrative pronoun. Okay. So now we'll do demonstrative pronoun. See, demonstrative pronoun is very easy to identify because only 4 words are used for demonstrative pronouns. They are, here you can see in the yellow boxes, this, that, these, and those. You are very well aware where do we use this and that, these and those. I'm not going to explain to you people that. Just remember that whenever we want to point out at something, okay, and we don't want to use the noun over here, over there we use a demonstrative pronoun. Okay, so let us look. Yes, so let us look at this example. 2 examples have been given over here. This is a pen. Now this word this, it is indicating to this noun pen. All right. So when we are referring, when we use these words this, that, these, those, in order to indicate indicate to some in order to indicate something, be it a person, place, animal, or thing. Okay. So then we call it as a demonstrative pronoun. In the next example, that is a beautiful house. So this word that is referring to a beautiful house. Now this house is a noun. So it is referring to a house. Somebody is indicating or pointing out to that house, which is beautiful. So here that becomes a demonstrative pronoun. All right. Moving on to the next type of pronoun, that is interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun, as the name suggests, used to ask questions. All right. So let us look at the words which are used as interrogative pronoun. Who, whom, which, and what. These are interrogative pronouns as they are used to ask questions about a person or object that we do not know about. So interrogative pronoun, who, whom, which, and what are interrogative pronouns as they are used to ask question about a person or object that we do not know about. All right. And compound forms of these words are made by attaching ever to the words to strengthen the emphasis of the word. Now, which, when do we use which? When we have a limited choice. Okay. What, that means when we are asking for general information. Who, when asking about a person and name. Whom, it is used to show the person to or for whom the action is being done. That means when in place of object, like I have already told you in case of relative pronoun. Now let us look at the examples of each. Which one would you like? That means there are options. So I'm asking which one would you like? Okay, what is your choice? Then what is the name of the book? What is the name of the book? That means I'm asking for the information, right? Who will be managing the decorations? Now I'm asking for the person. Okay, the answer to this will be a noun only. Whom did you tell about this? Again, the answer will be a noun only. So when you get the answers to these questions and the answers are noun, that means this sentence or this word which is used over here is a pronoun, right? Why are we not using why and how as interrogative pronoun? Because the answers to why and how is not will not be a noun. Okay, why have you done this? The answers can never be a noun. That is why is not included in interrogative pronoun. Again, how is this done? So again, the answer will be, you will be explaining the process. So that will not be a noun. Therefore, these words, these other question words are not used as interrogative pronouns. Only these words which I have mentioned over here are used as interrogative pronouns. Now, next in the list is distributive pronouns. The pronouns which refer to person or things one at a time are called distributive pronouns. Okay, one at a time, the same action is being performed, the same reference is being given to people, but one at a time. Okay, so these are the words which are used as the distributive pronoun. Let us look at the example. You can drink either tea or coffee. Now, we have to choose only one option. Okay, one at a time. You can drink. It is referring to tea also and coffee also, but one at a time, not all together. Okay, she can neither see TV nor play. Again, this is being referred to TV also and play also, but one at a time. Each of us bought the book. So this each is referring to us only, but each one of us, like every single person is being referred to over here. Last, give the chocolates to each. Like each of the students which are present over here will get the chocolate. So again, we are referring these words to one person or thing at a time. So that means when you are distributing the reference to each and every person, that is when we use a distributive pronoun. Next is indefinite pronoun. What are indefinite pronouns? These pronouns are used to show unspecified object or people, whether in plural or in singular. Okay, one important thing I would like to tell you people over here is that distributive pronoun, they always take a singular verb. Okay, they are always followed by a singular verb. All right, in these sentences, nowhere a helping verb has been used, but just keep this thing in mind, that for whenever we use a distributive pronoun, if a helping verb has to be inserted in that sentence, then it will always be a singular verb. That is, was, has, right? So this is the name. Now, indefinite pronoun. These pronouns are used to unspecified objects or people, whether in plural or in singular. Now, they are used to indicate the entire noun or some of the noun or none of the noun. So, when we are not sure about who is being referred to or whom to refer, whom should we refer anything to, right? So then we, as the name suggests, indefinite. That means something which is not definite, something which is not sure or certain, something of which we are not certain. Okay, so there we use indefinite. Like we'll see the next slide. Okay, so like I have written over here some of the words which are used as indefinite pronoun, like somebody. I'm not sure who has done, but somebody has done the mischief. Okay, so I'm not sure about the name. If I would have been sure, if I were sure about the name, I would have taken the name. But now when I'm saying somebody, that means I'm not sure of the person, but I'm sure of this fact that somebody or the other has done something. Nobody, again, not sure. Anyone, not sure. Something, somewhere, right? So when there's no surety, then we use indefinite pronouns. Let us look at the examples. She needs to find somewhere to live. Okay, we do not know exactly which place she should live in, but somewhere she needs to find somewhere, some place she needs to find to live, right? Nobody was answering when I called them last. So nobody was answering. Okay, nobody in itself is like nobody answered. We do not know the name. Everyone was present during the test, right? Okay, everyone was present. Again, there is nothing can be said in a specific manner, but we are sure that the action was being performed by someone or the other or by everyone. So in such places, in such cases, we use indefinite pronoun. Now, this is the last type of pronoun which we will do. That is reciprocal pronoun. This is the 10th type of pronoun now. We use reciprocal pronouns, each other and one another. Only these two pronouns are referred to as reciprocal pronoun, each other and one another. Okay, they are used when two or more people do the same thing. Like Peter and Mary helped each other. That means Peter helped Mary and Mary helped Peter. So they helped each other. They did the same thing, okay, to each other. Then they didn't look at each other. So suppose there is some person A and there is some person B. So A did not look at B and B also didn't look at A. So they are doing the same thing. Therefore, we are using each other, right? We also use possessive form of each other's and one another's. Okay, possessive form. They help to look after each other's children. Each other's. Here we are using the possessive form of each other. Then the group of students often stayed in one another's houses. So again, we are using the possessive form of this thing, of reciprocal pronoun. So here we have come to the end of the chapter pronouns. We have done all the 10 kinds of pronoun. We have seen the definition of pronoun. Okay, we have learned the usage of different words, different pronouns. Now, if you have any question, please ask. Otherwise, we will continue with our practice session. Okay, so let's practice now. You can see 8 questions written on the screen, on your screens. Okay, just have a look at all these 8 sentences and then come up with your answers. I'm giving you 30 seconds to have a look at the sentences. And the question is, you have to identify the types of pronouns in the following sentences. First, you will tell me which word is the pronoun and then you will tell me its kind.
Ma'am, the children are raising their hand already.
Okay, good. Now, okay, first sentence. First answer will be given by Anirudh Mishra. Yes, Anirudh. Who broke the pot?
Ma'am, in this sentence, ma'am, who is, ma'am, in this, ma'am, in this.
In this sentence, then what happened?
The video is freezed, ma'am. I think he's facing some network issues, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I say the answer in this phone?
Please, yes. That's why I have unmuted you, beta.
Give the answer, Anirudh.
Give the answer, beta.
Who, ma'am, is interrogative pronoun.
Yes, good. So who is interrogative pronoun over here? Next, Bhavya. This is an interesting movie.
Speak up, Bhavya. You have unmuted
will you
yourself.
give the answer today or not?
Ma'am, should I unmute Zehra?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, please go ahead.
Yes, Zehra, unmute.
Ma'am, this is demonstrative.
Yes, correct. So here we have this as the demonstrative pronoun. Next one. Ma'am, please ask anybody to.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, teacher.
Good afternoon, Pranjal.
Good afternoon. Ma'am, in this sentence, she is a pronoun and it is personal pronoun.
Yes, she is a personal pronoun. What about her? What about her, Pranjal? How many of you think her is also a pronoun?
Ma'am, her is also a pronoun.
Okay, how many of
Ma'am,
you agree with this answer? First of all, lower down your hands.
Arunima agrees.
ma'am, her is also personal pronoun.
Okay, I get it. Arunima, you agree with Pranjal's answer? Who thinks that her is not a pronoun? Lower down your hands and let me see who all think her is not a pronoun.
Ma'am, her is also a ma'am pronoun. Ma'am, it is a ma'am possessive pronoun, ma'am.
It's a possessive pronoun. Okay, Akash, what do you think?
Ma'am, good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, her is not a pronoun, ma'am. I think it's a possessive adjective because, ma'am, it is followed by a noun grandparents.
Absolutely correct. Okay, that is why I put up this question, because I already explained you this thing in the previous class, that her when such word is followed by a noun, when such words are followed by a noun, that means they are qualifying the noun, and the words which qualify a noun are adjectives. So here her is an adjective and not a pronoun. All right, very good. Next, the books are hers. Yes, ma'am.
Angel Singh.
Possessive pronoun.
Which word?
Ma'am, hers.
Yes, see here hers. We cannot see any noun over here following this word, so that is why it is a pronoun. Okay, another distinguishing feature about possessive pronoun is that we can find an s added towards the end of this word, which shows possession. Next, the boy who is sitting in the front row is my brother.
Isha Shrivastava.
Who is a interrogative pronoun?
Anyone else?
Vaishnavi Pandey.
Who is a relative pronoun?
Yes, who is a relative pronoun. First of all, the sentence is not ending with a question mark, so it cannot be an interrogative pronoun. Another thing is that it is not used in the beginning of the sentence. Again, it cannot be an interrogative pronoun. It is used in between and is bringing about the relationship. That is why it is a relative pronoun. Okay. Next, we should help each other in times of need.
Mayank Ben.
Yes, Mayank.
Each other, ma'am, is reciprocal pronoun.
Correct. Each other is a reciprocal pronoun. Next, stop fighting with one another.
Kenya.
Ma'am, it is also ma'am reciprocal.
Are Kenya.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think
Seventh
it's
one.
seventh or eighth.
Seventh one.
Ma'am, seventh one and other is a reciprocal pronoun.
Correct. So it is a reciprocal pronoun. Then somebody had knocked the door. Genia, you are not supposed to answer this. Somebody else. Ma'am will take the name.
Vigisha Arya.
Yes, Vigisha. Correct. So somebody is an indefinite pronoun. Very good. Right. So now we have finished this chapter. We We have done the practice also. I hope you people have understood now. Thank you so much.